Would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would?
I do, quite frankly.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist.
It's rare for you to see Piers Morgan call another white person a racist boldly on TV on his Piers Morgan show, but that's what we're talking about today. Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is a racist woman that came online and boldly tapped her chest and said, yes, I'm racist. If that's what you want to call me, I'm racist. And I said the N-word and I say it with my full chest. And this was done on the Piers Morgan show. So if you don't know, there's a backstory to this, is that sometime last week I did a story of a white woman who took her children to a playground, and this white woman had an issue with a 5-year-old autism black child and called the black child the N-word. Somebody that was in the park saw this and decided to record the woman, and this woman repeatedly used the N-word over and over again. And the video went viral and all that. But what just got people really shocked and all that is that this woman decided to go create GoFundMe, and people are supporting her. Initially, the GoFundMe was like for $200,000 US, but this woman saw the amount of support she was getting and pumped it to $1 million US, and people are still supporting. And in this Piers Morgan show is the same that woman they're talking about, because Piers Morgan was like, you know what, why would a woman that is clearly she's a racist, she owns it, she's a racist, is getting so much support from the white community? And then this woman, Lilly Gaddis, if I'm not mistaken, she was a TikToker that was trying to push on the child wife, even though she's not a wife, and she got kicked off the platform because of using the N-word. I did a video of that like 2 years ago, but yeah, she's back, and now she's one of the people defending Shalom, which is the woman that called a 5-year-old black child the N-word at the play park. And yeah, she's defending the woman and talking about how white people have been oppressed for the longest time, and this is a sign for them to support their own, and that is why they are supporting Shalom, and that they are not going to sit back and anyone. And Piers Morgan, you know, it's a shock for Piers Morgan to be calling somebody the racist, telling people that how can you say you're a despicable human being for saying the N-word? Because we all know Piers, we know Piers about, yeah. So for you to get Piers Morgan to be in that place where he's disgusted and calling you out as a white person, for me, it's like out of this world. So this video has also gone viral and has gotten a lot of people talking. So we're going to check out this video, this Piers Morgan show video of this woman just spilling and really showing our true colors, and then people's response to it, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Here's the thing, white people have been under attack for years. It's been systematic racism. As much as black people and people of color want to talk about systematic racism in the United States, it's quite the opposite. They get preferential treatment when it comes to getting a job, when it comes to getting into colleges. White people, on the other hand, have been getting attacked relentlessly. Look at 2016 and BLM and all the riots. We just had to sit back and watch people burn down our cities and do nothing about it. So the way to fight back against essentially this anti-white hatred that's been systemically, you know, ingrained in U.S. society is with white unity. We don't see white unity on our side.
Hang on. Okay, but hang on. Sorry, just to be clear, this has got nothing to do with anything you just said. This is a disgusting racist woman who repeatedly spews the N-word, first at a young child and then at the person taking the video of her, does it with complete impunity, does it numerous times. We are talking about a bona fide, unquestionable racist. So I don't understand why what you've just said to me bears any relation to white unity or anything that you've just said. She's just a racist.
That's what it is,
isn't she? You wouldn't dispute that.
It's not about her. It's not about her. It's about
white people finally
coming together and supporting another white person. And it doesn't matter.
Why would you want to support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in the country.
No, that's fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. She is, I mean, would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would?
I do, quite frankly.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist, I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, if you use the N-word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different
Sorry, but just to be
thing.
clear, you just said to me you use the N-word regularly.
Wow.
In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N-word? When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we not talking about Shiloh Hendricks? Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you've moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. You see no problem with a woman shrieking the N-word repeatedly because you yourself are a despicable racist, and you've just proudly admitted that with a smug grin on your face, which is pretty horrifying, actually, for most people to have to watch. And shame on you. You're entitled to do it, and I'm entitled to call you despicable.
Whoa.
Well, shame on white people for allowing themselves to be systematically discriminated against in the United States. This is our country. This is a country that should be.
What do you mean your country?
Because I'm white and my.
What, there are no black people in American history? Is that what you're saying? That they've all just landed in America, invading your white country? Is that your position?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they were brought here technically.
And
God, do you understand how dumb you sound?
This is stupid. This is stupid and racist, and at some point we have to ask ourselves, do we want to reward this kind of disgusting behavior by platforming it?
I don't disagree, Mark. Listen, I didn't know she was going to say that. I don't disagree with you.
No. Yeah. I'm with you. I don't think you knew ahead of time. I'm saying at this moment, someone who's saying it's technically black people brought up. No, technically Africans were stolen, enslaved, and they built this country. And the idea that you can justify calling a baby the N-word by saying that white people are losing the country is absurd. It's morally bankrupt, and it's honestly besides the point. I mean, all these are just distractions from the fact that she wants to justify dehumanizing and even animalizing a small black child. It's disgusting.
What is it?
Yeah, I never said that.
No, but you may as well have done because you're just an unashamed.
That's the implication of your racist.
Let me bring it.
To the white woman who hopped her happy ass on national television and admitted to using the N-word in her regular life, if it's applicable, your words, not mine, in the response to advocating for that other disgusting white woman who called a child with autism the N-word and is raising money for her legal fees? Yeah, I want to let you know a couple things. Number one, free speech does not include hate speech. Mm-hmm. Those two things are not synonymous. I don't know if you know that, but that is a fact. Number two, yes, your speech is free. That is your First Amendment right. You don't have to pay a dime to be hateful, right? But hypothetically, fades are free as well. If I were to rock your shit loose after hearing you use that word and there were no witnesses, I wouldn't have to pay either.
Okay.
You see, free speech might not cost you anything, but consequences from that free speech might cost you a few teeth.
Okay.
Be careful who you use that word around. Mm-hmm. And I promise you, y'all know who to try. Because if it had been me, and that was my son, Miss Mamas would have never left the park in one piece. God know better than to leave me with these type of people. I'll let you know that.
Saying that you're a proud racist in the name of
God, it's smack in our face.
freedom of speech for white people is, girl, what are you talking about? What she was saying didn't even make sense. All a thing, you aren't advocating for freedom of speech. You're advocating to be openly racist. Like, that's what you want. You want it to be okay to be racist again. You want it to be like back in the day when you can call people the N-word, you can hang people, you can discriminate because you're black or whatever. You want that to be okay. You don't want freedom of speech. Like, call a thing. And I hate how they hide behind one thing but mean another thing. Like, just be open about it, girl. Just be straight up front. Just say that's what you want. Well, you might I can't even say you might lose a job, because there's been plenty of instances where people have, said along the lines that they want it's okay to be racist, or have said a racist thing, and they've gotten jobs for it. Look at who she was defending, Shiloh Hendricks, who called the child the N-word and raised $1 million. Like, which thankfully I hear that she didn't get, and the people who donate to her aren't getting a refund. Good. I think her name is Lilly Gaddis. Girl, you're dumb. Like, you're stupid. Then she was like, she uses the N-word when it's appropriate. And Pierce was like, well, when is it appropriate? She was like, when I feel like it. Just be upfront and say you refer to black people as N-word. Like, stop being a punk. If you want to stand in it, stand in it. Be upfront with it. Stop being a coward. And you want to be so bold about you saying the N-word, but when Piers Morgan prompted you to say the N-word, I see you didn't say it. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, girl.
The thing, white people have been under attack for years. It's been systematic racism as much as black.
The lady that you saw there, name is Lilly Gaddis, and she's the absolute problem. A very stupid problem, if I might add. She was a trad wife on TikTok, and then she just casually said the N-word all of a sudden just to describe a certain group of people. She doubled and tripled down on her opinions, and she got kicked off of TikTok. And when she tried to hop on this racist grift, it backfired on her big time. Not only people called her out for her obvious grift, but people were thinking that she was a psyop because her nose was big, and a lot of those people that she tried to appeal to were very racist and anti-Semitic, so yeah. And I know that she's having her shaky comeback, but honestly, she should leave us the hell alone. And maybe even go out and get you a husband. Because how can you be a trad wife if you're single? Grifter's gonna grift.
A lot of y'all have seen that Piers Morgan interview with that Lilly Gaddis girl. You know, to be honest, I'm not even mad at it. I'm glad that she is 100% honest with who she is. I wish the rest of them would be honest about who they are. That way we don't have to be around them. We don't have to associate with people like that. And we know who they are to begin with. So many people are so proud of Miss Shiloh, and I've seen comments about how we're sick of people of color, black people. Like she says, she doesn't want to live around them. She doesn't want to be around them. Like, I wish all of them, all races were that honest. That way we knew to stay away from people like that. We knew not to invite people like that into our circle. We knew where to be, where not to be. I wish racist people would be racist 365. Don't, like, be proud and be proud out loud. Don't be an internet warrior. Don't be just one of those people that donated to the cause because we have to stand next to our white people. Be like that out loud. I always wonder, why are y'all never like that out loud? Y'all be in fear of those consequences, though. I don't understand. Don't be in fear of them. Don't be scared. Stand on who you are every day, so people like me can know to stay away from you. You're the dangerous one. So I just feel like I'm proud of her. Stand on it. So now people know not to be around her, to not consider her a friend. Even her white counterparts, if they don't want to associate with that type of rhetoric and mindset, they know now. So I ain't mad at it. I wish the rest of them would be that honest.
Bruh, Lilly Gaddis is so lame. Like, imagine just making an entire platform based off this because you have, like, zero relevance anywhere else. Like, you sat on TikTok for 4 years trying to remain relevant and nobody cared about your trad wife content, so you had to go and say the N-word to make yourself relevant. And then the only people that find you relevant are flat out racist, so it's like the worst part of society. So if this doesn't work out, you have nothing. The worst part of humanity just now finds you to be, remotely, like, I can't even call you attractive, just, something worthwhile. Can we even call racist human, or are they more like zombies that didn't get a cure? Instead of walkers, we'll just call them talkers. And then she's totally like slurring over her words as somebody who, doesn't actually believe what they're saying. So she's just saying, oh yeah, I totally do this. I'd say it. No, you wouldn't. Not in front of somebody who actually gives a damn. You wouldn't. Stop lying.
You wouldn't dispute
Well,
that.
it's not about her. It's not about her. It's about
Well, it is
white
about
people
her.
finally coming together. and supporting another white person, and it doesn't matter.
Why
what
would
she
you want to
says.
support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in a country.
No,
if you
that's
have...
fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. She is. I mean, would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would.
I do, quite frequently.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist, are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah. Well, if you use the N-word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you? Are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different
Sorry, but just to
kind
be
of
clear,
thing.
you just said to me you use the N-word regularly. In what context?
Right.
Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's a...
The fact that Piers Morgan even platformed Lilly Gaddis or whatever the fuck that troll's name is despicable. Myron with his boot-licking raccoon ass was defending her. Mark Hill wasn't having it though, because at the end, Piers Morgan was like, say it right now, say the N-word right now, say it right now, say it right now. Mark was like, absolutely not. You're not about to get her to use a racial slur. I'm the only fully black, monoracial, actual black American person up here. No, I'm so glad. Shout out to Mark Hill for standing up. But to be trying for white people to be trying to take up for Shiloh Hendricks and comparing it to Carmelo Anthony, thinking that it's y'all gets back, y'all are despicable, disgusting, and disgraceful. Y'all feel like equality is an attack because y'all are so privileged and y'all are so used to being able to do anything, say anything, and get away with it. Y'all don't want equality. This is what equality looks like. Carmelo Anthony getting due process is the same type of thing that a white teenager literally received. The white teenager did something more heinous in actual school, in the school bathroom, poked up a kid, a Latino kid, and his bail was significantly less than what Carmelo's bail was. And that white teenager is on house arrest, still awaiting trial. I don't hear anybody arguing and hooting and hollering about that. Y'all just don't want equality. It scares y'all. And this is why y'all never could leave us the alone, because if we were left to our own devices, and when we were, we thrived. Y'all don't want competition. Y'all feel like everything and everybody should be beneath y'all. But you want to keep trying to advocate for calling us the N-word and attacking us and doing all of the things that you used to be able to do and get away with around
and find out.
You slur. I said it and I don't give a... I wish a bitch like that would come up to me and say that to me. Or try to touch me. And I'm not even the biggest and the baddest. But baby, we ain't going. We are our ancestors on steroids. Try it. Yeah, freedom of speech, but you will get real consequences. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. This is ridiculous. White people are trying to destiny swap so bad. Why are they trying to act like they are the ones that have been oppressed? Why are they trying to act like they're the ones that have been stifled and silenced? It's a sickness. They're psychotic and delusional. They're liars. They're scammers. We know the history of the country. We know what's going on to this day. There's still sundown towns. Yeah, y'all are running around acting like we are a threat to y'all. It's never been that way. And y'all keep saying, oh, they're trying to start a race war. It's always been a race war. We just ain't never fight back. But it's 2025. Around and find out.
Ciao. What's this? I'm beginning to really hear this phrase, destiny swap, so often than usual recently. Everybody's destiny swap. And this is a word that I've known for a long time. But I don't know, this past couple of weeks I've been hearing the word being just thrown here and there. Like, somebody tell me what that means is. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful here on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but do it in a very respectful way. We're just here to have conversation. So yeah, let's sit and talk. Okay. So for me, that video, the shock on my face, it's real because I saw a clips of it, but not the full one. But the fact that this woman is out on the internet and saying it with her full chest, it just really shows how some of these people, some of these white people are, and they're just masking it. But I do appreciate her holding it up and saying this is it, this is who I am, this is what I am, this is what I believe, this is what I stand for. Because that just justify that there's still a lot of white people out there that still feel like they are superior to black people and they can do whatever they want and get away with it. And for me, it's really sad. And also, Lily is a drifter. Like, I did a video of her where she said the N-word and the trad wife thing. I did a video, I think like 2 years ago, or it was 2 years ago, it wasn't last year. She is a drifter, and I feel like she's such an attention seeker, but that does not take away from that there are actual racists out there that are supporting racists themselves. Like, because, well, we saw how what's her name? The Shalom lady was able to raise $1 million. And you still go to GoFundMe and the other platform and find out that people are trying to raise money for health situation, but nobody is donating. But it comes for this woman that decided to call a young 5 years old autism black child the N-word, and yet a lot of white people are out there supporting her. Even the ones that don't have, he's donating $5, he's donating this to make up 1 million USD. That's a mad, like, really, like, from when I saw that news, I did a story on that, but when I saw the actual amount, she has raised the $1 million, guys. So when I saw the actual, I was like, that's crazy how these people are supporting this. And that just really shows how much of this racist people we really have there, how much of white people that still believe strongly on their white supremacy, that feel like they are losing grip of the white supremacy, that feel like they are losing grip of their privilege as a white person because they don't want it to go, because now it's almost like black people are speaking up, we're standing up for ourselves, we're supporting ourselves. Like, they keep bringing the Camelo situation, because black people are out there showing support and supporting and making sure that one of our own is not being treated less because of what happened. But if it was to be a white teenager that did that same thing, it would have been a different way they handled it. I feel like the white races and white supremacy and all that, I feel like they are really scared. They are losing grip of their identity and their power. And this is their own way of pushing back by supporting Shalom for calling a child the N-word. And then when I have Lily, that is how they're being the spokeswoman of Shalom, talking about, oh, white people are tired of this oppression. Since when were white people? Who oppressed white people, honestly? Because the oppression the only oppression I know was done to black people and people of color. So how is it because people are speaking up, people are standing up to you people now, people are not allowing things to fly easily the way it used to be, then automatically that means like white people are being discriminated or are like, are you kidding me? Like, it's really just crazy that, like, this is reality that we live in. This is the reality of the world we live in, that some white people still feel like they are here. Some white people still feel like they own America, which we know that they drift to America and conquer and kick the white people and kill and destroy the white people of the land, the same way they came to Africa to do the same thing and have do slavery and steal a lot of people for slavery. And there's one thing I'll say. I always say that look at all the disputes in the world that we have today. The one factor that we all have, both in Africa, both in the Middle East, even both in Europe, it's all on one factor: white people. All the conflict is started by a white person, a white country, all because they want to prove their white supremacy, all because they want to prove like they are here while the other people are here. Just saying. But yeah, I thank God for the age of the internet where people are building community support and having conversations like this. So, like, it's just even scary when you see Piers Morgan talking that way. Like, yeah. Anyway, guys, go on and share your thoughts. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.